Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this webinar on Codio's cybersecurity offerings. My name is Kendra Evans. I am a content specialist with Codio, and today I'll be guiding you through our innovative approach to cybersecurity education. We will be starting by looking at cybersecurity content and highlighting what's available now and what's coming soon. And then I will be introducing you to Codio Cyber Range, a state-of-the-art environment designed to simulate real-world cybersecurity challenges. Finally, we'll be opening the floor for questions to ensure you get all of the insights that you need. Codio is here to equip learners with real-world skills through innovative and accessible education. Cybersecurity definitely matters. We have a growing demand for cybersecurity professionals, and the workforce gap is estimated currently at 3.4 million. The evolving threat landscape have damages projected to reach 10.5 trillion by 2025. Codio offers 8 specialized cybersecurity courses, each one focusing on building critical skills for the industry. We have practical hands-on labs integrated into every module, allowing students to learn by actually doing. The certification alignment is aligned with certifications such as CompTIA, the CEH, and many more. Our 8 specialized cybersecurity courses are Cybersecurity Fundamentals, Cloud Security, Network Security, Cryptographic Principles and Applications, Linux Systems Administration, Penetration Testing, Digital Literacy, and Security Operations and Incidents Response. Courses that are available now. We have 4 courses that are available now in our resource library. We have Cloud Security, Ethical Hacking and Penetration Testing, Security Operations and Incident Response, and Digital Literacy. In our Cloud Security, you can learn about shared responsibility models, how cloud vulnerabilities happen, and secure deployment practices. In our ethical hacking and penetration testing course, you can master penetration testing with tools like Metasploit and Wireshark while practicing reporting and remediation. Our security operations and incidents response, you can develop skills in threat detection, forensic analysis, and incident response planning. In digital literacy, this is for our non-technical users. This is for beginners. This course covers online safety, privacy, and the foundational cybersecurity concepts. We're going to be looking today at some of the offerings that Codio has through our expansive environments. Here we're going to be looking at our VMs in practice. And I'm just going to be showing you a quick Windows logs for cybersecurity using our Codio VM machines, our virtual machines. I'm going to be guiding you through steps to identify and analyze suspicious activity. If you don't know, window logs are used to monitor security incidents, investigate system issues, and they're used for performance monitoring. Here you can see that I have our virtual machine spun up and it's ready to be used. Today we're using a Windows 22 Server VM. First, we'll be opening the event viewer in the task manager and typing in event viewer. The key logs we'll be focusing on are application, security, and system logs. Once we navigate to those security logs, as you'll see here, I'm typing in the event viewer. As we navigate to those security logs, we can expand the window log section on the actual left pane here. Security logs often contain records of login attempts, resource access, and other security-related events. Codio is a cloud-based environment, and our VMs are very reliable and can safely be used. We're also going to show you here how you can filter, and then you can narrow down your search to look for logon attempts. This helps us to look for malicious activity or potential unethical hackers looking to penetrate the system. You'll also be able to see a list of events matching the criteria where you can analyze suspicious activity. Here you can investigate the application logs and analyze the suspicious event to make sure that it was not malicious. And you can also right-click the event and save it to the desktop just like you would on a regular Windows machine. We're going to name this event Error Event Log once we save it to our actual Windows desktop. From here, you can share the logs with the security team. You can import them into an analysis tool, even for further investigation. And this is just a quick snippet of how Codio's virtual machines can be used to practice investigating Windows logs for cybersecurity and how you can also detect and respond to potential security threats. So what's next for Codio? Well, of those 8 course offerings that I told you about, we have 4 currently in the resource library, and the latter 4 that we have that are going to be coming very soon are Linux administration, network security, the cybersecurity fundamentals, and cryptography, principles and application. Our Linux administration will help you to learn foundational and advanced Linux administration techniques for secure system management. Our network security will help you to explore concepts like firewall management, VPN configurations, and securing network design. Cybersecurity fundamentals, that's going to help you to dive deeper into those essential principles that you need and help you to practice for building a strong cybersecurity foundation. And cryptography, you're going to understand the cryptographic methods, their applications, and their role in securing digital communications. We have next level training at Codio with our new Codio Cyber Range. You can build realistic networks. You can simulate DDoS attacks, configure a DMZ. You can adapt the cyber range to fit your course needs with the ability to add custom VMs. You can transfer files across VMs for multi-step projects, and then you can compile the exploits on Linux and test them on Windows. We also have automated assessments in each one of our assignments, and they help to guide exercises and keep students engaged and on track. It's very cost efficient and it's scalable for institutions of any size. Some of the specific cyber range features that we have, they have the comprehensive VM environments. You can simulate those realistic networks and scenarios that I just told you about. It has the customizability where you can add in and configure those VMs to align with your course objectives. And the shared disk that I told you about as well, where you can enable multi-step projects across the VMs and the interactive learning. What's some of those things that I was talking about with those hands-on learning with the Codio Cyber Range? Here we have the Kali Linux. We're going to have the Windows 10. We're also going to have the Metasploitable. You can password crack if you want to on Kali Linux, or you can do malware analysis if you would like on Windows 10. But you can also simulate attack and defense through different exercises and labs. So let's take a look at our cyber range. Here is Codio's cyber range, where you have access to pre-configured virtual machines like Kali Linux, Windows 10, and Metasploitable. Each VM is optimized for specific learning activities, from penetration testing to malware analysis. Here you'll see that I have accessed our Kali image. And on here, it works exactly like any other Kali system would. You can access these VMs through the tools drop-down menu, and you can make it intuitive for students and instructors alike. Even with the Windows 10, you can access Google to demonstrate a real-world scenario, showcasing how these environments operate just like production systems. We also have same network integrations where all of virtual machines are on the same network, which enables that realistic interaction. For example, you can simulate an attack from Kali Linux to Windows, or you can even transfer data between the environments. This mirrors that real-world cybersecurity workflow and scenario that is needed. It's interactive and it's automated to do those learning features that I just spoke to you about. The tools and configurations mirror professional environments. If you'll see here, I'm going to Google just like you would on a regular Windows 10 environment. And you can choose between the different ones at the top where you can choose Windows 10, Kali Linux, Metasploitable. You can destroy if you would like to your image, or you can open it, or you can just stop the image altogether if you would like. Now's the time that I would like you to ask questions or if you have any feedback. I know one question that's often asked is, how does Codio's platform support certification readiness? How do we do that? We do that through our cyber range and through our VMs. Our content is very immersive and we have accessibility into every one of the different content offerings that we have. Can our cyber range integrate with existing LMS platforms? The answer to that is yes, it can. We have additional resources that are available at our Codio website, www.codio.com/cybersecurity.
Hey, Kendra. There are a few questions in the chat. I'm not sure if you can see them.
I
Uh,
cannot, but if
okay,
you don't mind reading them,
not at all. So the first one is that you did mention at the beginning that some of the labs are aligned to CompTIA certification.
yes.
Which can you say again which ones those are?
We have actually all of our content aligns to all of the current CompTIA certifications that they have right now. We have an actual spreadsheet that would show which courses, which assignments would align with whichever certification that they need. That's why it's customizable.
Cool. And do you know if we can upload custom OVA files onto our VMs? I'm not sure I know the answer to this one.
Max would.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Yes, we will allow to upload custom images. We don't use VirtualBox in the system, but we can take your custom VirtualBox images and convert them and allow learners access those.
And the next two questions are about stimulated environments. Do we provide those or, yeah, first question, do we provide those?
When they say, do we provide the simulated environments? I mean, we have them there for them and they're customizable. So we have currently already uploaded, when they're talking about those, we have the Windows 10, we have the Kali Linux, and we have the Metasploit that's going to be available on the cyber range.
And the next question is how long do the environments take to load? It's like a normal VM load time. What's your experience with that, Kendra? 2 minutes, maybe three for the first time?
To be honest with you, it just depends, but there's a very quick load time on there. Um, as quickly as you saw it on the actual demo that I showed, that's as quick as it loaded. So right then, it only took a couple of seconds. Other times, it might take a little bit longer, but maybe Max has more
Yes.
insight as to that. Thank you.
Yes, our goal is to have CyberRange itself provisioned almost within 30 seconds. And if the learner already have provisioned it, that's like they're turning to the exercise, it should be faster because we don't need to create all those resources. And depends on the size of your machine. It might take some time to load the image and boot it. Again, depends on the operation system, like Windows takes longer to boot. Metasploitable inherently slow, just because it's kind of old. But Kali Linux boots in 10, 15 seconds usually. And again, depends what type of cyber range you going to choose? Like, do you need very powerful one with tons of CPU power and memory, or maybe you just opting out for non-UI based operation systems? But yet again, for the CyberEdge itself, our goal is to have it provisioned for a learner within 30 and 60 seconds.
And also for the previous question, did I answer all of the question, Max? I know you have more insight on the development side.
Yeah, we will provide a set of environments, and we'll extend those. That's like three basic first versions, and yeah, we'll provide different configurations and different sets, different operation system based on the requirement on, or we might create an environment, simulated environment for you on request, whatever you need.
Do we have anything planned for computer forensics?
Currently, we already offer some assignments that do dive into some of the preliminary things with computer forensics. But I am in the works of working for that through we're going to have like a cybersecurity too, where they will talk, we'll dive deeper into policy and things of cyber forensics as well.
Can I take the next question about what's the difference with VirtualBox? The difference is massive. Learners don't need to install VirtualBox. They don't struggle with images. They don't struggle with network. They don't struggle with incompatibility with VirtualBox and Hyper-V at the same time in different versions. For example, VirtualBox is broken the latest version of Linux kernel, stable one. It doesn't work anymore. All those issues are gone. They are getting the environment where everything is already ready for them to learn the essential technology of cybersecurity, not virtualization, and fire their machines. As well, if learners come in with MacBooks, M1 based, ARM based, new ones, like you have to set different instructions for those. Within Codio, it's all cloud based, regardless of the learning technology. If you're using Chromebook, they will be able to access and do the labs. And the next question is learner progress saved between sessions? Yes, it is. We shut down the cyber range, like pause it if the learner is not active, and then coming back, we're putting everything up for them so they can carry on with their changes.
I know one question I have, Max, that's been brought up quite often is how long do they have before it starts to stop on them?
It depends on the use case, and we are planning to make it configurable. It is 30 days right now from the last activity. But like if you need shorter time or longer time, that can be arranged.
Kendra, can you tell us a little bit about how long the courses take to complete for students? I think it's maybe different for each course, but can you tell us more?
Absolutely. It is different for each individual course. It depends on our cloud security course is not as long. We kind of like judge on how many hours per day. If you were to take 2 hours per week, you might be able to finish a course in I believe it was 4 weeks is the timeline that we were given on that. But I can double check really quick. So I put down 3 weeks to study and 3 to 4 hours per week would be a good time frame for you to be doing for these courses.
And Kendra, just FYI, we can see your full screen. So if you want to modify that, if you can. The next question is the platform only for accessing VMs, or do you also provide step-by-step lab instructions for various case scenarios?
I can answer. Not only VMs, you can create step-by-step instructions. You can interrupt the VMs. You can opt out of VMs and just use Linux containers, which are more cost-effective and provide full Linux environment inside. You can teach software development, tons of other subjects. It's not only VM Labs platform. It includes assessments. It has massive capabilities of editing the content, either our content or that you can offer your own content as well.
I believe we had a question about cost on here.
Yes.
Max, would you be able to go into any details about any of the cost for this?
Sadly, no. I do not know the cost options, and they just depend on the size of CyberRange. If you want more memory, more CPU power, then it will cost more. If you want less, it can be less. And I will answer the next question about CPU memory right away. It's yes, it's currently in development, but you will be able to assign how much memory and CPU available per each VM. Next question about firewall, web server, email server, and database, different VLAN segments. Yes, we are planning to do that and provide templates for those, but it's more based on the customer requirements. So we will configure the template for you so you can use it in your courses or adjust on your needs. It's like basically having a common template, which is only available, I don't think is very practical. And the idea of Codio is make it customizable as possible, like more options for instructors to teach the content in the way they prefer to teach it. So customization and such environments is one of our goals with that project. And the next question again, automated tests. Yes, you will have access to those VMs for your grading scripts if you want to write grading scripts, and we will provide some scenarios where we'll pre-make those. As well, Codio is currently working on custom assessment types, which will allow you to write your own assessment asset type to use it, and we will provide cybersecurity and other types for grading. Capture flag auto grading. Yes, we have plans to support that as well as blue and red teams and other types of cybersecurity activity in our labs. And the final question, at least in my list here, is how we differ from other lab providers. The idea is to make it more customizable and compared to other lab providers, give you as instructors, as authors, more flexibility You can upload your own VMs. You can configure your own network settings, and you can throw learners into the same cyber range, assigning different types of VMs and different activities, as well to provide a lot of tools for automation if you want to auto-grade or you want to interact with those VMs during your content. So your step-by-step guide is not just list of instructions you need to copy and paste, but you can make it interactive. Every page will change something or access something or maybe execute or run a command or exchange the files. All those options of customization and flexibility, that's our goal in providing those ranges.
Also, I would like to demo a quick lab so that you all would be able to see how it actually looks in the Codio environment. So I'm going to share my screen one more time so that I could show you a lab in our ethical hacking and pen testing. All right, here is just a lab for the social engineering attack. We'll be doing a quick credential harvesting lab here. And in the beginning, we always give an introduction to tell you exactly what it is that you're going to be doing in the lab, as well as giving you the learning objectives as to what you will be able to do at the end of the lab. Here, you'll be able to understand common methods of credential harvesting attacks, navigating the SET interface, creating a fake website using SET, and configuring SET to capture harvested credentials. Here, we'll be just using the Codio's VM and the VM terminal. And as we are waiting on our VM to load, and like Max says, it just depends on what's going on as far as the loading time. There we go. All right, here you can see that as the instructor has already prefigured it with the tabs that you'll need here, which is our VM tab, and we'll also be using the VM terminal here. We are going to open our VM terminal to execute a command, and we're going to be pulling up SET. All right. And as you can see, it has already opened it up for us. And here we're going to be choosing our social engineering attack module, and we're going to just be using the social engineering attack. And as you can see, SET offers various attack options. We just pressed 1, and here we were able to select which attack we want to be doing. We're also going to select the website attack vector here, and we're going to choose 2. And I'm just going down just like you would in a regular lab. We're going to select the credential harvester attack method here, as you can see, with 3. And we're also going to select a web template because we are going to be faking a website. And we also want to confirm our IP address that is here. And all right, we're going to choose the Google website because that's the most common. And it tells you right here to select Google, and it's going to create a phishing template here. So now our malicious website is active and ready to capture user credentials. So we're going to click back over to our regular VM, and we are going to launch our browser. And we are going to navigate to that IP address, the one that I highlighted for you. And if you'll see, it's going to be asking you for credentials, just like you would if you were just going to be going to your regular Google. Sorry, on here. And make sure this is right. And for time purposes, I just want to make sure. I'm gonna copy and paste that. I want to make sure I'm putting the exact thing in I need to be putting in. All right. Oh, it opened. But if you go back over here to our VM terminal, we got a hit. What? And here it gives us all of the information that we need. In the username, I put in my student@gmail.com. And here, the password, I put in very secure password, as you can see here. And this is what really happens in the real world. The attackers are going to deep threats just to make sure that they can get your credentials once you put them in. And you'll see here that our networks are connected. And it did exactly what it was supposed to do in this lab. So does anybody have any more questions about our content, what our labs are capable of doing, how you don't even have to use the cyber range in some of our assignments, just like I showed you with the credential harvesting? All right. I just want to double check Evan with you to make sure that's it.
Yeah, I think so. I don't see any other open questions in the chat.
Okay, perfect. Well, I would like to thank everyone for coming to this webinar. It has been a delight. Hopefully, you will be going through and looking at some of our content that is available for you. If you have any questions or any comments, our team is here to help you at any day, anytime, and we hope to see you soon again.